This podcast is sponsored by Hyperbrain IQ. See what an innovative nootropic formula can do for your focus, energy, mood, and cognitive function at hyperbrainiq.com. That's Hyperbrain, I as in intelligence, Q as in quick.com.
On this episode of the CPG and CBD University Podcast, unleashing your true potential with Hyperbrain IQ, we go behind the science of the nootropic craze to get the heart of every gummy and capsule of what's in them, the opportunity for retail, and what's leading the craze. This is the CPG and CBD University Podcast, and it starts right now. I'm Joe Agostinelli, host of the CPG and CBD University Podcast. We're talking the ingredients behind nootropics and how one of our newest in-house brands is answering consumer demand with Hyperbrain IQ. Tune into our YouTube channel for video extras as we show off the products, and hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcast. Joining me on this episode of our podcast is our quality manager, Nelson Rodriguez, and our vice president of sales, Vince Gillen. Nelson got the memo and Vince is on. We got to dress up. So you even brought the suit jacket. Welcome, both of you.
You gotta do it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me and Nelson.
Well, we first talked about this topic back on episode 98 of our podcast as part of our Gummy Central series, Nootropics. And Nelson, lots going into the science of nootropics. How did the gummies and capsules of Hyperbrain IQ come about?
Well, let me start by saying that it was not only one person. Like, a lot of people have put their time into this formulation. Of course, it was not easy. It has so many active ingredients in there. I can go to the specifics, and then I can go maybe the other. I mean, they're all specifically for something, but there are other stuff in there that might help you and might just have a synergistic effect with other active ingredients. For the sake of it, I'm going to start with, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just going to say the name in Spanish, because in chemistry, I'm way better in Spanish. So one of them will be, let's call it serine, and the other one is alpha GPC. The scientific name is basically a really long name. It's alpha GPC, alpha phosphorylcholine, and then the other one is alpha glycerol phosphorylcholine. So
that's why we bring you on a podcast, because it's let's get to the science, or bring it on Nelson.
So the serine basically helps you with, it improves mood, it actually reduces stress. It has proven to reduce basically signs of what you call that, specifically as in elderly people, like dementia. It actually helps with that. That's basically the serine. The alpha GPC helps more with sharpness. It helps with memory loss. It helps with hand-eye coordination. That's actually pretty important in gaming, of course, as you guys know. It has other stuff in there like the vitamin Bs. Vitamin Bs actually help with turning your food into actual proper energy. So as you can see, we took stuff that helps you focus and gives you energy in one gummy, right? On top of that, we knew that all of this was giving you energy, it was giving you focus, and it gives you sharpness, but we're like, this needs something else, right? And that's why we came up with caffeine, right? It gives you a little bit more boost of energy, right? Of course, I think we all drink coffee. But as you can see, it has so many active ingredients, right? And when you add that many active ingredients into a formulation, it kind of makes you jittery, right? So we decided to add L-theanine to it. So you have all these actives in just one gummy, and L-theanine is kind of help you not make you feel jittery, just focus, right? So as you can see, taking all of these active ingredients from vitamin B3, B6, B12, serine, alpha GPC, and caffeine, plus L-theanine, put it into one gummy, no easy task. Very difficult to make. From basically making a gummy at the scale that we're doing it, difficult. Flavor, difficult. Color, difficult. So it was a lot of hard work, not just by me, by a lot of people in here. So,
but you guys got it done, nailed it, because they're noticing on the retail side, on the wholesale side, and Vince, obviously, as I mentioned, retailers, distributors taking over the popularity of these products, making them available to their consumers. What have you seen in recent months with the reception to Hyperbrain IQ coming on board with distributors?
Well, we're not a newcomer to the nootropic game. There's a ton of capsule products in the market. So immediately when retailers and distributors saw that we had a gummy product that was different, than the majority of the product forms in the market. That was definitely exciting for them and for us. So we have both SKUs that are priced well, aggressive to high margins for the retailers, and like Nelson said, having this many ingredients in a quality product that produces the focus, the energy, without jitters is really what consumers are looking for.
And Nelson, let's talk about one segment of those demographics: gamers. You yourself,
Yes.
we talked about this on the last one. You yourself, a gamer. Why is this brand so popular with the gaming world?
Well, as I said, hand-eye coordination, especially in first-person shooters, right?
Did you say first position shooters?
First-person shooters.
First person shooters.
Yeah, first-person shooter. Basically, when usually the gun is like a first person.
Yeah, got you. All right.
So hand-eye coordination, right? That's very important, especially like in first-person shooters. Not only that, other games. The majority of competitive games out there, fighting games, shooters, you name it, you need to have a really quick reaction time, right? And if it's making you at least a couple of percentage more, faster than the enemy, for example, then you're basically winning, right?
That's good.
But so yeah, it's very famous in the gaming scene. I'm not gonna lie, I just drink it also when I'm not drink it. I take capsules or gummies when I'm traveling too. Sometimes I don't have time to do the line or get some coffee. The plane's gonna depart, whatever. So I just eat 3 gummies. It's actually very good. I don't like sleeping on planes, so that's why I use it. So not only for gaming, I use it for almost everything, to be honest. Gaming, traveling, anything.
Which makes it, talk about the traveling, makes it perfect for convenience.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. I think when you break it down by who the customer is, and you look at gamers, you can look at athletes, college students, even business professionals that are traveling, like Nelson said. There's a lot of it, and then some would just be people that want that extra edge without the crash, if you will, that coffee can produce. And also some people that there's so many energy products and focus products in the market that are shots and beverages that it's unique to have a gummy product that tastes really good, that you don't need to consume an entire bottle or shot that may not taste very good. So you can have 2 or 3 gummies instead of a full shot or a full energy drink or a half a pot of coffee, whatever it is that gets you going. So and this category in general is growing, not just in convenience, but in the grocery space, which is usually, there's similarities, but to see the words nootropic popping up with the scan sales data and with different trade publications is we really think we hit this at the right time.
And talk about the packaging and really the look, and this is where you can turn into our YouTube channel for some extras, but the gummies and capsules really do stand out with the design and packaging.
Absolutely. Our graphics and design team did a great job with the packaging. The gummy packet itself and then the blister card, both of them are 8 count. The majority of the product in the market you'll see that's capsule based is a 4 count or even a 2 count for the same price that the consumer pays. So to have 4 times the product is way better value, and then a gummies, it's just there's none in the market right now. So the packaging is both peggable, eye-catching, and then for some of the retailers that could be a nutrition shop or even some of the smoke shops that would carry it, we have bottles, so they're 30 count. Retails $29.99, so $9.99 and a $29.99 option.
And Nelson, now that the brand's out there getting in the hands of more and more consumers and distribution partners, excitement for the brand, and from a formulation standpoint, maybe stuff down the road coming up?
We have some stuff down the road. I'm limited on what kind of info I can give you, right? Yeah. But we're always thinking ahead of, how can we make this better? What flavors we can come up next? Like I said, I'm kind of limited over the information I can give you.
Everything innovation.
Everything innovation.
That's what people want. Yeah. What's next? We start shipping this and they want to know what's next.
Yeah. I remember where we started making this, I used to bring it to Vincent, like with the flavors. You remember taking some of them that were like bad, like the flavor was, that's one thing, it was very difficult. Time. Yeah, it took a long time.
What is the flavor?
So the flavor in here is, it's a sweet peach and citrus blend. right? So I don't want to get too technical on it, but when you add that kind of flavors, it lowers the pH, right, of the gummy, and that's basically when you start having very difficult formulations.
He's talking acidity of the gummy. Are you not?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, pH is acidity.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See?
I'm sorry.
I've learned something through 118 episodes.
So
But with that though is when other people have tried to do gummies like this, I give our formulation team a lot of credit. It's a quality product that is palatable and people like the taste and will come back, because in retail anything can sell 1 or 2 times, but to create a product where it can be regimental for people to take all the time and have a quality, nootropic product they can turn to that they know tastes really good is something unique. And I think we really hit it out of the park with the Hyperbrain gummies.
And you've been to a couple trade shows already this year. We talked about that on a previous episode, previewing some of those. What's been the feedback from distributors and partners so far?
Well, it's been great. We have some really good point of sale items that help display the product and get out there. A lot of marketing material. I mean, the name speaks for itself in a way. Like, I think it does really sell what it is, and the packaging. But the best part about some of the trade shows is the samples that we've been able to give out to even other vendors that have booths that are taking it, in the morning, setting up from late nights or whatever. And they're bringing people by there to hey, take this. These really work. So far it's been really good. So we have a few more trade shows coming up that we'll get even more feedback on. And most of our distribution network all either has samples or their first or second purchase orders already rolling out to stores.
And perhaps as the innovation continues, we will further discuss about new products and additions to the line in coming episodes. We'll have to see what you guys come up with.
creativity, that's all it takes.
Very good. And for more information on Hyperbrain IQ, visit hyperbrainiq.com. Anything I didn't cover? I think that wraps it.
Yeah.
Quality Manager Nelson Rodriguez, Vice President of Sales Vince Gillen. Thanks for joining me, guys. A lot of great information on nootropics.
Thanks, Joe.
And thank you for tuning into this episode of the CPG and CBD University Podcast. Don't forget to see the packaging. You can visit our YouTube channel for the episode of this podcast, along with some video extras of other YouTube videos in regards to Hyperbrain IQ and the products available in that line. You can also hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts to get notifications of new episodes each week. I'm Joe Augustinelli, host of the CPG and CBD University Podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. CBD products are not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Always consult your personal physician about CBD and using CBD products. CBD should never be used by anyone under the age of 18. This podcast is not intended to provide legal advice regarding the legal status of CBD and CBD products.